Alright, we should now be live. Just going to do a quick playback test. Alright, we should... Yep, looks like it's working fine. I completely forgot to stream yesterday, although if you're in America, that would be today. So right now we're working on the Snipe model. I'm actually going to be doing like a full-on time lapse of me making it, and I've been working on that. If you have any pictures like this, because there seems to be quite a few of them floating around, feel free to send them to me in the Discord. I've been sick for the last few weeks-ish, like a week or so, so I haven't been that active-ish. Yesterday's episode came out though, so I hope you all enjoyed that. Not one of my favorite episodes, but it was pretty good, I guess. But yeah. What's what for, Noah? Alright. I better announce on the Discord. Nice. Alright. Just gonna announce in the Discord real quick that I am live. So the picture of Snipe is a reference for models. So yeah, the reference for the models allows me to create a new model, which we can then use to create basically an animation, and that animation can be used to possibly make a new season. And I don't know, I'm a pretty good animator. If you've seen the animation tests I've done, which those only took me about 15 minutes to do the actual movements, but that is the sort of thing I'm going for at the moment. Yeah, so basically that's what I'm working on right now. Everyone wants a new season of Stormhawks, that's why this channel is so damn popular. So, let's start getting the frame for Snipe's skimmer set up, shall we? Those are way too far out. Let's go in here. I'm gonna have to readjust all this stuff later. That's not gonna work. That, yeah, that'll work. Ah, so that's who you are. You're the guy with the Bell profile picture on the Discord, aren't you? Okay, let's see. How am I gonna do this? Need to grab this. Hey, dragon. Oh god, that's not what I meant to do. Oh. God, I'm doing a bad job today. I'll fix this up in a sec. It looks really bad. Yeah, I definitely need to fix that. Oh god, looks terrible. If we bend this like this, let me just redo that. Modeling can be hard sometimes. It took me about 2 weeks to learn how to use Blender. I started in 2015 and I've been modeling ever since. In fact, my major project for my art class earlier this year was a photorealistic recreation of my classroom. I can show you that. Actually, it's on YouTube. I'll post a link to it. Let's see here. I'm a very quick learner when it comes to software and key shortcuts, so I may be an exception. So let me just. I gotta switch accounts. Great. Let's go here. Yes, I will do the Merc Raider ships at some point, but I need to do models one by one, otherwise I'm gonna mix them up. So with the art project thing I did, it's really conceptual and bullcrap, so I had to waffle on about it. I just posted a link on my Ultimate account right there. If you want to view it, there were a couple of issues during the render which caused some artifacting. Sorry about that, couldn't do much about it, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me just fix this up. Okay. So now we start fixing up the shape. Give it a bit more proper look to it. Oh god, that looks bad. The problem with animating is that sometimes it's just really hard to get the model shape you're trying to look for. I don't know how to explain it. That should be up more. A lot of the Stormhawk's vehicles all have this like paneled look to them, so a lot of the time I can just actually copy and paste some of the stuff. So this I'll be able to copy and then reshape into that soon. So yeah, if you have any questions, like to ask me anything, feel free to. I'm happy to answer almost everything. That's starting to look a bit better. I just need to add more curvature to it. Okay. That looks a bit better now. These edges, they're so edgy. Those pictures, they're not mine, they're the original ones. I'm working on some of the models. This is just a reference from the original creators, which I'm creating. I have a model for the Dark Ace, but it looked really, really weird, especially with his weird. Okay, so yeah, so when I'm streaming with bloody GeForce Experience, it gives out my specs, which is kind of annoying, and I can't change it. But basically, I have my monitor overclocked because I can't stand 60 Hz and I can't afford a high refresh rate monitor. So I stick with 70, which to me is the sweet spot for what I've got. All my other monitors overclocked. My top monitor, which is this, um, it's at 75, I think, or I think it stopped going to 75 and can only go to like 62 now or something. My laptop goes to 64 hertz. I did overclock my TV at one point, but that eventually killed it, so I had to fix the board and then not overclock it. But yeah, for Overwatch especially, which I'm sure you know about, more frames is better. But that's basically the gist of it. Okay, that's probably a bit too thin. So now we go SY and pull it out a bit. This bit is annoying me. Why do you look wrong? It's you as well, isn't it? Dang, bits and pieces always looking wrong. Okay, that looks better. Okay, so now we go. Yep, pull that over there. And now we can start modeling this bit to how we want that. I actually... Oh, thank you. I actually... when I first started animating, I had to think about the keystrokes, and now I don't. And it got to the point where I don't remember key combinations, I just do them. And I was doing that animation, the classroom animation, in class, and someone asked, "Oh, how do you do that?" And I was like, "Oh, you can change modes from vertex to edge mode." And I'm like, "Yeah, you can press, you can press, you can press something. I don't know what it is." And then I couldn't remember, and now I can't remember again, so I can't change modes unless. Okay, so it's Control Tab, which I don't remember most of the time, and it took me the whole period to remember how to switch modes, and it was really annoying because I needed to switch modes. Um, so that's just a daily struggle in the life of an animator. Yeah, if I could make money off this, I could do it full time. Um, as of right now, I don't have a job. Um, I'm just working at home because I'm a student, sort of thing. Well, not anymore. I finished school about a month ago. Uh, but yeah, if I could work on it full time, that would be really awesome. Okay, now we've got to loop this bit back. Oh god, it's doing this again. What are you doing? Stop that. What's really annoying about Blender though is if you accidentally click a key, such as I kept pressing O, and then it would do really strange things like, I don't know, yeah, see how it's moving the whole thing when I pressed O? That was a problem I had, and I didn't know what I had pressed, and it kept ruining my models, and I had to keep remaking them because I forget to turn on autosave. And yeah, that's probably one of my main struggles, I guess, as an animator. Oh geez, what have I done? Okay, that needs to be smoother. Okay, let's just move all of this like this. Any form of like, if you can draw, if you can write, any form of that can help if you're good at writing stories. I need people to help me write the possible storylines of possible episodes. Assuming we don't get copyright striked straight away. Because that's always a possibility that may happen. Yeah, faces are really hard to do. I usually can't do faces for crap. there is one face which I did really well, or well enough that it looked like a face, and that was Arrow's face, which I can show you in a minute. You know what, why don't I just get into the Discord and you guys can talk to me directly, because I feel like that would possibly be a bit better. Well, the thing about FanMade is if I'm actually making another season, that would possibly be really bad. Alright, let's go to group voice chats. Lobby. Hello? Hey, it's Dragon Actual.
Greetings.
I think I need to turn Discord down.
Oh, is it too loud for you?
Probably. I'll just turn it down.
I had to turn off the stream like volume because I could hear myself echo.
Yeah, that's probably my headphones. They're not very good at cancelling sound that comes through the headset.
What's the headset?
Let me try and pronounce it. Razer
Kraken?
Probably, I
Or is
don't
it
know.
Kraken V2?
I don't
Because
know.
I think
It's
that's the one I have.
just really weirdly named. I can never, and the font's so bad, I can't.
Like, when you mentioned that you want people to write some story ideas, that could be pretty easy. It's just that, like, back to the whole copyright thing. I'm not sure if they would really care if it's
Well,
fan made. Like, they would know that. And if you look at other games even today, like, people make fan made versions of Overwatch stories and stuff, headcanons, and nobody would care.
except of course, if it's a show, different story, I guess. If I was like
Well,
saying it was definitely canon, then people might not appreciate it. Although they're not making money off Stormhawks at the moment, so I don't get why they would really care.
yeah. I don't think they would care about a dead show being revived in a fan made kind of way.
Mm. Let's just turn these
I
volumes
want to
down.
work on my Stormhawks fanfiction now that I'm looking at this.
I stumbled across a Stormhawks fanfiction.
God.
It scared me a lot. It gave me nightmares. It was really bad. It was like some weird masochistic crap with the Dark Ace, like killing Arrow in the basement of the Condor. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm
Wait,
just looking for
Condor
models.
When they have a basement, yeah.
The Condor has a basement.
Wouldn't that just be like? That wouldn't be.
I actually wonder what the design of the whole Condor is like from the inside, because if you look at the two,
There's a
I guess
schematic.
wings of the Condor, that's like the engines.
There's a schematic in episode 50 or 49.
49.
Oh, is that when they're rebuilding it?
Yes, and I think it shows the inside a fair bit. Now, I have to say the actual skimmer bay is not a real place on the Condor. It's too big to be real.
It's like a lobby if you think about it, because like the first thing you see when you go inside.
They have like a separate model for the interiors of a lot of the buildings in the Condor. A lot of the rooms. Also, the fact that they've kind of like abandoned the copyright on Stormhawks and kind of just observe and don't take down is kind of strange. I really hate though that NerdCorp's got bought out by DHX Media, who made the freaking Teletubbies of all goddamn things. I really hate it.
If you search up, if you search up stormhawks.com on Google, the first result should be a commercial roofing special storm unit.
Yeah. Oops.
Sounds cool, but then again, like, what, they couldn't come up with anything original?
Also, I had a really weird dream last night, which I'm probably not going to disclose at this current moment, but it had a really cool story to it and some really cool action scenes that were really vivid, and I'm probably going to make that into a series if I become a proper animator.
Do it. I
What?
support.
It involved like a futuristic sort of world, but mostly with like really bad poverty and stuff. I don't know how to explain it. It was really cool.
You know,
Um,
when you mention really bad poverty, that kind of reminds me of the Stormhawks universe. If you think about it,
there are a lot of like poverty-seeming people there.
that kind of stuff. So it's like taking place after the natural disaster, and everyone's left with like this
Well,
much equipment and
It
stuff.
wasn't a disaster. It was futuristic, as in there was technology, like tons of technology, and it was like there was overlords of people controlling like this industrial area, and people were getting injured on a regular basis, like the Industrial Revolution, but no one cared.
Like, if you look at
I
Well,
guess
if you
it's,
look at the Stormhawks universe, like it kind of has that where people like they don't have much to do or have like they just have TVs and then that's it.
they have TVs, sky rides, like they even have kids sky rides. You remember that one time Finn stole some
yeah.
kids
And also
or something?
like for those who are, I guess, yeah, for the kids like skyrides, like the bikes with the propellers, you could tell like I wouldn't feel comfortable riding on those because the last thing I
Obviously.
want is to like put my head up and then it just hits the blades.
But if it's like that sort of thing where the family can't support itself, then kids are gonna have to learn how to use it anyway.
Yeah, like in that world, you could tell that you need a lot of hardware
Oh.
knowledge.
Hmm. Like
'Cause in the
everyone
modern day, you
knows
don't
how
need
to
that much.
build a skyride. Radar knows how to. Junko knows how to. Aero even knows how to. Finn does too.
I mean, they didn't exactly grow up to be part of any sort of elite lifestyle, so they had to learn all this hardware kind of skills and all these skills that, you know.
Also, let's be honest. Lightning Strike is definitely Aero's dad because the timings
The
match
resemblance,
perfectly.
right? The
Like-
resemblance is kind of obvious.
Obviously, but like they never confirmed it. They're like, oh, he's just the last descendant, and I'm here like 10 years ago, and he's like in his 20s or something.
Stork? I just kind of rejoined the conversation. Hi.
Hi. Sokka's definitely best character.
Yeah,
I
he's
just
also
love the way
one-
Stork like freaks out.
Doom,
Like you
doom,
can't exactly
doom.
take him seriously. Like if I was in that situation where I'm like the crew of the ship and he's screaming, I would just be laughing.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. He's 50% correct about the kind of shenanigans that happen, especially like the Black Gorge. Don't take shortcuts over the Black Gorge. Oh look, we're in the Black Gorge. Oh look, spiny tooth gorge sloth. What have you done, you idiots? I've warned you about this, and you went and ignored me again. Or
You know
the bog howlers.
You know the bats, the first part of the Black Gorge,
The Volga
where they
bats.
chew on all the metallic stuff.
Yeah.
Like I feel that those creatures would be pretty hated if they ever existed in our world because they'd be chewing on computers because computers are made of metal.
Mm,
Yeah, but you would have to be in like absolute backness.
they can't live in the light though, so it's
Oh
all
yeah,
good.
but if they do manage to show up and start chewing on everything that you own,
I'm just
That
like,
would be
Mad.
pretty annoying. But the question
Yeah.
is, what do they excrete? Maybe they like transform it into something more valuable.
I want to just become like magnetic and like die that way. Sorry, that was dark.
Okay, put this in.
okay, what the hell? Like, if you look at the Wikipedia, like, it seems that almost everybody that's part of the Stormhawks like crew is like 14 to 18.
Except for Stork.
Stormhawk's like 18. And he's like a crazy
Stork's
person.
like in his 20s.
Yeah.
We need to see Terra Merb at some point. Maybe a flashback. I want to see
I
Terra
would
Merb.
love to design
Terra Merbia.
Terra Merbia for you.
Yes.
Ah, I just clicked out of my window.
I need
Oh, by the way-
background artists.
I got you.
You know, like in the Q&A at one of the conventions, I don't know, I think it was Comic-Con or whatever, they confirmed that what Dark Ace is still like alive, like they plan to like
Yeah.
bring him back and stuff, which is pretty cool.
My guess was that he was not killed but teleported because
I was
she
just-
knew all was
I-
lost.
Yes. I don't want Twitter. I want DeviantArt. Oh, by the way, the schematics on that episode, it's literally just outlining everything, and I can't
Damn
tell
it.
what's yours and what's not.
There was something somewhere. I don't know where I saw it, but I remember seeing the inside of the Condor. I can design it if you really want, though,
Yeah.
because I've been
Like if
working
you
on a
had the
Condor model.
resources, like if your computer can render it, maybe you're gonna make like a video where like it's a first person perspective of the camera going into the condor, going room by
That would
room
be
and stuff.
so ill. Oh,
Did-
wait.
Yeah.
Did you see my classroom animation?
No, I don't think I've seen your classroom stuff.
Look at the link I posted earlier on the
This is not what I
QuadCodex
want.
RV
I
link.
know I'm gonna regret being on this page.
Is it porn?
What
It's always porn.
page?
You search
You are
Stormhawks and the
right.
first thing comes up is like absolute zero porn. It's weird.
I don't wanna know.
No, just Stormhawks in
Oh.
general. If you don't have your
Because all the
filters
goddamn
on.
furries.
Yeah, the furries. Why do they do this? Or the
I was
gay
thinking something
Finn and
NASA.
Arrow ship. Why? Why is there
I can
always?
kind of figure out what's what.
Mm. Let's see here. Oh, the little
looks-
chibi things.
They're cute and I love them.
I like how they have a Dark Ace chibi on their fridge. Just don't forget the evil overlord on your fridge. Yeah, just
You
don't
know,
forget.
like if you Google like Stormhawks, like the one of the top results on Google Images are actually like the Stormhawks like cosplay. Like people actually did dress up as
Yeah.
them.
Oh yeah, I know. Someone put
It's
a
awesome.
someone made a plaster like body casing of Aero Skimmer and put it on their bike, and it looked
Oh,
really
That's
cool.
cool.
That's pretty cool.
Mm. Someone
I
also,
wanted to try to cosplay as Dark Ace one day if I could.
I actually have a bunch of material designed for Aero. Like my sister
Okay.
can create costumes, really good costumes, and she said she'd create that for me, but
Okay.
she still hasn't done it.
I mean, I could cosplay as Dark Ace because you know it's my favorite character, and like I pretty much have the edgy personality. The only thing I have to do is wear contacts, like the red contacts.
Hmm. What color is
And,
eyes
well,
are
I wear
Aero's?
glasses, so
They're
I
green,
obviously
aren't
have to
they?
take that off, and I never wore contacts before.
Animation.
And if it was
Yeah.
ever I was thinking about it, I would never wear contacts.
Contacts are not my forte.
Like it just feels weird just putting it on your eye, and the last thing you want is for like your fingers to slip and hurt your eye, and then it's like wow, ruins your experience.
Let's have a look here. I've got
And-
an Aero model here.
And but the one thing I will never do in my life is eye surgery. That thing is scary.
Ugh,
Aero's
no
got green eyes. I'm looking at my Aero model. He looks very dumb, and it disturbs me
Green
greatly.
eyes.
Yes.
By the way, I just figured out the location of the bathroom in the main hall that spreads out to the other room. I think if you gave me a couple days, I could probably
Yes.
sketch something out for you for the Condor. Like
That'd
the
be
inside
awesome.
rooms.
The bathroom is massive.
You
they
ever
have a
noticed-
massive bathroom.
Because I
need to
can
create this body.
kind of figure out from that schematic thing.
It gives you a basic idea of the dimensions, at least.
Yeah, you just take away Finn's disco room. I don't think that's good.
My
I mean,
issue.
if I were in charge of the Condor, I would have made it more like more stronger and possibly more cannons.
My
No,
issue.
We saw how that went before.
My issue with animating is that I can't draw for crap, even though I know, like, I can see bits of the Condor and I could upscale that if I could draw, but I can't goddamn draw, so I
Do you care
can't
if I-
draw the schematic.
Plop into somewhere on the card like a picture of my character I've drawn for Stormhawks.
What? I'm
I
sorry. I
can show
didn't-
you like the art style that I can kind of do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is old. I feel old.
You also notice that in a lot of the ships, like they never have cannons like at the bottom of the ship.
Except for
think it's
the
because-
Because that's where they had their eye thing.
except for the mines, from the
But the Merc Raiders.
yeah, and also usually on the bottom of the ship seems to be where the cargo hold is,
And the
right.
wheels.
because
And
yeah,
the
that
scopes.
that
And
too.
also and I also guess logically is because no one really ever engages like fighting targets there at the bottom of them with cannons.
Yeah, I guess that's right. But like, if you look at the Condor during episode 15 when they're fueling up, they have like the cargo hold, and then the latest episode I uploaded, we also have the gross food stalk stores in the bottom of the Condor.
Oh my god, I just wait, didn't you mention that in the Condor, like they have a fridge with the chibi Dark Ace picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah, the
remember
fridge is-
that.
Is that correctly lined up? No, it's not.
I'm getting a bunch of pictures of hawks or condors. And it's
Goddamn condors.
terrifying. I always found it ironic that you got a stork driving a condor.
Well, I mean, it's his lovely recreation sort of thing. He did rebuild it after it fell into the wasteland. How he did that is
Yeah,
beyond
but
me.
he never mentioned any dead bodies.
Oh,
That's a little. Well, you got a bunch of monsters down there that wouldn't mind munching on a snack.
don't forget
Oh,
that
yeah.
the prophecy bird guys, they probably cleared everything out in preparation for the new Stormhawks, because you wouldn't want them mentally scarred when they're just starting, you know.
But I wouldn't think they would be scarred because logically, because they grew up in such a hardship without parents that much, and you know,
Don't cry.
they don't have contact with parents, so they learn everything on their own, which kind of toughens them up logically, you know.
What if the old Master Cyclonus is actually Hera's mother?
No,
No, I'm kidding.
Dear God.
I'm
That's beautiful. It's so stupid.
I'm kidding.
That would make Arrow and Master Cyclonus like twins.
Mm,
That's
I was kidding. Master Cyclonus is younger than the Stormhawks. I think she's 13
Yeah,
or something.
like,
but she's
the
also
same age
insane.
as Arrow probably.
She's also insane, so don't forget that. Also, the Far Side, I think, is more like
High
the
tech, less terrible.
it's the future, and we
Yeah,
could.
it's like that one part where like everything is all right.
But how is it that Domwick got to the Far Side by traveling through the other side of the world? And we need to talk about how the mountains work, the
Well,
dividing range.
Stormhawks
He
map.
had like
think
this
that might have to
helmet,
do
like
with
equipment,
location.
so he could probably breathe underwater for like a long time or something.
And
I
we
mean,
also,
he's-
if I'm gonna make another season in the Far Side, we have to get Domwick to like appear as a crazy lunatic.
Oh my god, that old trope where like this guy is like crazy.
What if Cyclonus like recruits him
Like,
since he's on the other side? Isn't that where that door leads?
I don't think he would do that because he now like hates the Cyclonians after Snipe said, "Find your own way out."
Oh yeah, but
Sniper
it is Master
sensitive.
Cyclonus though.
I wonder how the Dark Ace will turn out. If he's still gonna be loyal to Master Cyclonus, or is he gonna be on his
Well,
own for like the rest?
I feel like he was still loyal. He was just kind of angry at her, but at the same
Like
time, he definitely can't stand her personality. But he obeys all almighty power.
Well, he did tick her off like a terrible DPS
Do
player.
something, you terrible! Do something, you something or other witch. He said something. Do something, you arrogant witch. I do believe.
Yes, that's the quote. And then she just damage boosts him to oblivion, literally.
Titan's
What
might.
if that's the reason why she teleported him?
Hmm,
Because she
Yes.
already knew.
she was gonna
Maybe
lose.
she wants more agents on the far side or something.
Oh, that's a nice looking blade thing I just made.
Oh, I closed out of the YouTubes.
You know, like Dark Ace is like motorbike. When it's transformed to like the flying like mode, like it has like spikes on the sides.
Yes, I am well
It's-
aware of that. Also,
No, yeah,
sometimes
but, like I feel that that's a bike I would not want to go on because if it came down to me fighting somebody, the last thing I want is me to fall back and literally hit my head or my pull back on a spike.
here's
that'd be
something
Oh,
funny.
there's a chat room. Hello, chat room.
Um,
Yeah.
Forgot that there was people.
yeah.
Yeah, what's up, chat? We're just talking in the Discord. Feel free to join us if you want.
Yeah.
Anyone knows the link.
Here's something funny. Whenever the Dark Ace steals another Cyclonian's ride, the spikes just randomly appear on it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like episode 3.
Wait, do they all do?
Well, in the times that he's stolen them, as far as I've seen, they have. Actually, what am
I
I
feel
doing?
like
What am I
Dark
doing?
Ace would stay on Cyclonus' side though, because there's been several times where he's corrupted himself with power and
And
then
then-
came back for more power
because he sucks.
because he sucks.
I mean, he still hasn't beaten Arrow the whole time. God damn. Like,
Find
let's
that
have a look at
hilarious.
Gale Force wins. Oh, that's very loud.
What if he hasn't like defeated Arrow out of the fact that he used to kind of be friends with the original Sky Nine because Arrow's the descendant. He has a hard time with.
It's very possible that the Dark Ace could have been like a brother or something. See these spikes here? If you're watching the
Yeah, I see
stream.
it. I see it.
So
They're nice.
watch this, right?
Yep.
So no spikes on it right now, and then when he
They're
flies
weak.
around, wait for it. Spikes. Bam. Just
Where?
spikes. Look, they appeared on
Oh,
the wings.
okay. I keep forgetting that it's delayed.
Wait, no.
Yeah,
Wait, yep, right there. I see it.
they just appear out of nowhere.
Also, this was mentioned at I think on the Wikia is that the Dark Ace is able to like find his like weapon even if it's like dropped into the middle of the wastelands or something, or like
Well-
into the bottomless area.
Same as Arrow. I think they might have a special bond with their specific weapons because
Yeah.
they every time they lose them, they have to get them back. Same with Junko and his things, even though it was slightly different.
Yeah.
But like, they always get their weapons back. They have to get their weapons back.
I mean, for the other like characters, like they seem to not really, drop their weapons or throw them anywhere, so they have it on themselves the whole time,
Yeah.
so it's easy for them, more logical.
Except for
to
Finn.
understand.
Finn has multiple versions of
Yeah.
his weapon. He
I
has.
remember, I think it was Age of Heroes. Finn tried to put like a bunch of like weapons on his like ride. It didn't even work.
He just can't stay stable. So with Finn, he has two skimmers. He has one that smells bad, and one that stupid idiot kid fanboy crashed in the wasteland.
Wasn't it? I
Yeah.
go,
He also has the crossbow built into his skimmer, and the one that he can take with him.
Wasn't it like Noob or something like that?
Yes,
he had
that's
a
his
really
name, Noob.
cringy name.
Noob.
And he was a really unloyal fan. He did not
Yeah.
give a crap about.
Whatever, Noob.
I swear, like Noob, his fan uniform looks really red, like the Red Eagle, like red.
Alright.
I typed in noob.
That's not going to come up with anything.
Oh no! Is it? It is noob. At OB, it's cringe.
Alright. I'll have 1,000 subscribers soon. That means I can start monetizing these streams or some crap. Make a little bit of buck off it. Although, it doesn't get an
Just set
especially
up a
large amount of
Patreon or
views.
something, or PayPal. PayPal's easier.
I have a
Mhm.
PayPal.
Oh, we left.
Like
Ah.
I remember there was this one YouTube channel that actually uploaded like all the Stormhawks episodes, but he recently like private them all or something, or
Wow.
deleted them.
They probably weren't very high quality though, were they?
No, I think they
Well-
were like sped up.
Like they were actually good quality. Like it was, like I think split to like parts 1 and 2, and then there's nothing sped up, nothing slowed down, nothing at all. Like people actually came there as a main source. And as for like the final episode, like Cyclonia Rising, someone actually made an Overwatch joke at the scene where Dark Ace was like, "Do something, you arrogant witch." I expected that comment. I was like looking for. I was scrolling through the comments and I saw that. I was like, "Wow."
Ah.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious.
Has anyone played the new hero, Ash? That's
Yeah,
hello, Return by
love her.
Anime again. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
pretty good, but I can't aim for some reason. I can aim on
Like
McCree.
ADS, like it feels really weird because when you ADS, it's not like single fire. Like it's actually like a delay. It like has to reload or something. Like the pullback.
What was another thing? I don't know. I was gonna say something, but now I can't remember.
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so. Trying to figure out how this works. Because they have. Oh, do you think Radar probably sleeps in the same room as Arrow?
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
Because-
Where else?
Because that would mean that they gave Starling that extra room, because there was originally 6
Hmm.
people
I mean,
to the original squad.
Yeah.
minus Dark Ace, but when he was on the thing, that would be Radar because he was the co-pilot or whatever.
Yeah.
Then that would be 6 rooms.
Yeah, but like if you look at the seat where the co-pilot sits, like if I remember correctly in the intro, like the
It's tiny.
co-pilot seat's the same as the one now, where it's like really small. So how do you expect a human to be on that thing?
Well,
Dark Ace was really tiny.
Oh, right.
No.
Maybe that's why. 'Cause he was like the skinniest like man in the group.
He
Uh,
kind of looks like a nerd.
also,
Yeah.
Dark Ace,
Yeah.
like, oh, was it Dark Ace? Oh, I keep forgetting what I'm gonna say. Damn it! What was I gonna say? Come on, brain. You can do. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. It was not about the Dark Ace. It was about bloody Radar. So Radar, people can actually understand what he's saying half the time, but
Yeah.
other half of the time they don't understand what he's saying. Like he can say
I feel
laughing
like that's
girl.
a Momo thing.
Well, Momo doesn't really speak that much in that either. Except for that one time Aang was high. Don't mind me.
Trying to look for maps. I should like look at all the images.
Wait, maps of the
Yeah.
Atmos?
Mm-hmm.
Episode
was
45.
Well,
Episode
they
45.
do show like maps in like the episodes. It's just like a map. It's not that clear. It's just a bunch of islands drawn on the map, and that's it.
So episode 45 is home movie night, and we have some of Piper's logs into what's happening, and some of the Atmos. I have a vast knowledge of every episode, you'll find.
It's been so long since I've watched all of them.
I rediscovered the show in like 2014 and just binged watched the whole thing.
Like Stormhawks was actually like the one show that my dad actually grew an interest to like talking about it with me because one day I was watching it and then he saw like I don't remember what scene it was, but he was telling me that it's actually a pretty cool concept and everything.
Mm.
And to
Also,
this day he still remembers it.
the
I'll never
Condor
forgive.
could actually fly in real life if you made one.
What?
Well,
Condor?
yeah, it's pretty much
Yes.
a giant blimp with a bunch of
Well, blimps
channel
work
rooms.
by heating up air or similar sort of concepts, lighter than air stuff. But with the Condor, it's basically, instead of having wings, it has big tubes. Those tubes connect as lift, and they can lift it up into the air. There's a tube plane that exists, or a paper tube plane that you can make, which is just 2 rings on a straw. And the Condor would act on a similar way, except it would have engines at the back of it, which generate lift. It may even be better than an actual plane. Who knows? But
Alright, time to hire Stork as the main engineer for anything.
I want to meet Stork's voice actor. He's legendary. He did so many voices in the show that no one noticed because he just made such seamless transitions.
Stork's the favorite. I'm sorry.
Stork's always the
Wins out of
favorite.
all of everything. He wins out of all of everything.
My favorite is Dark Ace.
Who would my second favorite be? I don't know. I'm gonna have to go for a little bit now, so I'm gonna end the stream.
My second favorite is Stork because
But-
of how crazy he is.
Turn off. I will be back later. I won't be streaming though, so I'm gonna stay in the Discord for a while. But I'm